This is a short video about using Google Scholar better. So my goal is you'll learn at least one tip and perhaps understand why accessing full-text articles is different off campus than on campus. So we'll go over about 5 things, and the first thing is going to be a quick overview of what Google Scholar is. It's a small subset of what is in all of Google, and it's good for these types of materials. Not all publishers allow Google Scholar to crawl their content, and despite many people's beliefs, not everything has been digitized and it never will be. So there's lots of ways to get to Google Scholar, but an efficient way is just to Google it. So I'll just jump in start with an example here. I'm the Student Success Coordinator at the library, so I would be looking for academic articles often on that. The first thing I want is an advanced search function. So in regular Google, there's a gear in the right-hand corner, but in Google Scholar, the advanced function is under the drop-down here, the way it is in your Gmail. So student success those two words could be anywhere in the document. So I'm going to make it an exact verbatim phrase. Student success must appear next to each other, and I want the words to appear in the title of the article. So we'll run that search, and that has narrowed our results significantly. You can continue to narrow by date range, for example. That's often helpful. So we're down to about 1,700 results. I could continue to narrow by adding terms I was interested in, like library. But say I was just so excited about student success, I wanted to just create an alert anytime somebody published on that topic, and now I would get an email if student success appears in the title of an article and is published. So that's one tip. And that's all good and well if you know what you're looking for. But sometimes when you start to do like a literature review or something, and say you were looking for heart rate variability and you're just getting way too much stuff, Google Scholar in their help pages recommends using a tool like Wikipedia to get what else could heart rate variability be termed as, and to not miss things in your searches, or to look for things as alternate phrases. It's all about the right terms for those of you who are researchers, right? So what is the difference between searching for something in Google Scholar, where we got over 2 million results, closer to 3, as opposed to a library database? For most faculty, this tool is a wonderful tool. It's a great place to begin your research, but it's not going to have the refining capacities as a database that's discipline specific. So in nursing, you would be using, for example, CINAHL would be the tool that you'd be in. So there's a number of if we looked for heart rate variability here, we're going to get far less results than 2 million. So what's the difference between these results and what you might get in a Google Scholar search? One thing is that everything here is related to the nursing discipline, whereas this is just, it could be psychology, it could be anything. So this is going to be a lot more focused, and it's going to have I am not knocking Google Scholar, but it doesn't have features like to be able to limit to just the female population, for example. Library databases are just much more focused. I could go on about this, but you're really here to learn about Google Scholar, so I'll return to the matter at hand. Okay, another thing I'll mention about these results is the difference between being on campus and off campus. On campus, if the library has access to it, like this is from Wiley, which is a publisher who we pay lots of money for, you'll get right into Wiley's publications. Off campus, you might not. So how can you set that up? You'd think it might be, oh, it's my library, but really that's where you could save citations or save articles. But under settings, you can set your library links off campus to reflect that you're affiliated with the institution and at least see what's available to you. So let's look at another discipline and talk about how it links to the kind of the good, expensive stuff that that the library is providing access to. So if I was in a science, one thing that you'll see, in addition to who's citing articles, and that there's 11 versions of this article, reflects that some of the things are going to be in institutional repositories or pre-pub or post-publications or corrections, but only one version is the published version. And in Web of Science, it's connecting you to somebody cited this 2010 article very recently. And so it's a way to, Web of Science is a very expensive database through Thomson Reuters. And it's a way to follow research. And Thomson Reuters has a pretty sophisticated relationship now with Google Scholar. So everybody watching this has different needs from Google Scholar. And how do you get to what specifically you need? I just did a regular Google search for Google Scholar, and the Scholar Help will provide lots of tips on what exactly you need to, like, is it finding recent papers? Is it getting better answers? And you might need help on what is Google Scholar covering, how to set up alerts. So this is a recap of what we quickly went through, and if you are not finding what you need, just a reminder that everybody who works at the library is here to help you get what you do need. So don't be shy. Thank you.